actually live. Screw it. Go for it. Are we on? I think so. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Eugene and Dylan's Guitar Show. I'm Eugene Edwards. I'm over here. That's Dr. Dylan Caligiuri. He's right over there.
Hey, this is my eyes. Okay, keep it. Here's my eyes.
His
keep
eyes
it
are
up here.
His eyes are up there, everybody.
Come on, people, please.
We're kicking back on the couch because it's after Labor Day.
It's after Labor Day.
So we're like, and by the way, I have to go to, and I do say have to. I'll be going to Oklahoma, and I'll be spending most of this, the rest of this week in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Wow.
Don't get up. I'm just like you.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes. Okay.
And I do want to. I have a brown and white checkered seersucker suit that I've been wearing this summer. You haven't seen?
Well, as one does.
I do want to continue wearing it, but it's after Labor Day, and I'm a little concerned about this. So I'll just go with a linen suit, like a beige or a blue linen suit.
Yeah.
Can't go with the seersucker because it's officially not summer.
You know, it
there.
Seems like people aren't ascribing to that.
Well, I think it's climate based. In LA, we wear white and jeans year round because it's never below 79 degrees.
Right. Well,
you know what I mean?
It's also never below. In this case, never below, but it's always above. In the last 2 weeks, like 125 degrees.
I think these fashion rules are based on like more New England weather.
So we need them to be based on less Cambridge and more like,
and more Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
So today's episode, we're talking about intros, great intros, guitar intros. Iconic was the word that Dylan chose because it's the internet, and you have to use the most superlative words.
Yeah, you want something hyperbolic.
You want automatic peer, just like he's just said. So just great intros on guitar. Now we could go 4 hours on this. Obviously, look, Dylan has a list. I have a list here.
Yeah, but okay.
So send your ideas, and we'll talk about why these intros are great, or maybe little snippets of, and hopefully we'll inspire you if you're a songwriter or you're creating jams on your own.
Jam creator.
Maybe we'll inspire you to create really great intros for your own music. You were about to say, sir?
Well, I just wanted to mention that when you're a kid, which is why all of us are doing this. I don't know if you guys remember that.
For the most part, yeah. You're right.
When you're a kid, your attention span is different. The slicing of time is different. Your experience of time,
great point,
is different. And so intros and even maybe little parts of songs too. But
do you have a little theory of relativity going on here?
Indubitably, vis-a-vis, concordantly. But what happens is that these little tiny pieces of things become really significant to you.
I got you now.
And so I'm remembering this is a big one when I was a kid. So he's gonna do the bass solo. Let's see if I can talk and play this song. No.
I'm speaking.
And boy, do they milk this too, because it goes on for another.
Okay, so let's talk about the Sweet Child of Mine intro.
Let's do it.
One thing about
Tone.
that. Now again, you start
tone.
Okay, stop. Okay, we'll get there. He's got his.
I'm into the tone.
He's got his tone corner all set up. He has masking tape on the floor.
He's sort of becoming a tone Nazi at this point, if you will. Like
he's a tonocrat.
He's a tonocrat.
So obviously, that's the second single from the Appetite record.
Yeah.
The first single had it's like that's got a great intro too, by the way. But when for me, I was in my freshman year of high school when Sweet Child of Mine was a single, or sophomore. But the idea was, the second you played it and you matched the tone as well. But like I get zapped to that time.
Yeah.
Right. That's what makes it not just a great guitar intro and not a great rock record. It's a great pop record because it is of its time. It takes us somewhere. Now, also significantly about that intro, it is the first and only thing you hear in the song.
Right.
Right. Slash is in the clear.
Yeah.
Before the bass and the cymbals, when you listen to like how that thing's constructed, it's like, first of all, Slash has all of our attention to himself.
Yeah.
Third thing, not an easy thing to play.
No, I mean, especially when you're a kid.
I didn't really bother learning it at the time.
Yeah.
But then, decades later, I was doing a club gig.
There's
and
string
somebody
skipping.
say, someone would request "Sweet Child of Mine," and in my brain, I'm thinking it's in D, and then it goes to D minor halfway through. It's like a 1 flat 7 4. Like I'm in my head, and it's a clear arpeggiated thing over.
And
a
you're
D.
like,
And I started.
You with swing or something, or. And by the way, the guy that pumps your gas might punch you if you do something like that. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking, okay, this is not
No.
You don't just hold one position and move. It's like, wait a minute, how did you get to the? And then I was like embarrassed. I was like, oh, this is not that I ever denigrated the intro, but I was just like, I should have learned this.
Can we also say something? Guitar players have.
That's us.
Yeah, we have our strengths. One of our weaknesses is we're not always the strongest foundation in a band.
Or in a family.
We're a little You heard it here first, folks. Guitar players make bad partners, apparently. No, but so meaning if things need to be started by us, they may not go as desired.
Okay.
And
so here's what comes to mind.
Hey, Henry. Hey, Darren. Hey, Dave. Tim. John, great to see you.
Oh, Tom K.
Greg's here.
Dig this. I've been doing a little deep dive on some late 60s, early 70s Stones, that classic Rolling Stones period.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen to the official live albums, which, to their credit, the Stones clearly didn't go in the studio and fix anything.
Well, no, they were unauthorized. Yeah.
For some reason, you've got Charlie Watts, who's notoriously one of the steadiest drummers in the genre. Of course, he's a total jazz guy. And he's slumming it on stage with the Rolling Stones for 50 years. His time is impeccable.
Yeah, it really is, actually.
But they have Keith Richards,
who is the opposite of that.
the junkie, start all the songs.
Which is
so Brown Sugar start. And then you can hear, as the song goes on, you can hear the Stones slowly get up to the record BPM, like the actual BPM. By the time they hit proper tempo, the song's over.
Yeah,
they're
the
done.
sugar was gray in the beginning.
Why did we?
And
Hey, Charlie, you want to maybe give Keith a little hi-hat?
Can we do that? A couple.
Could we?
A couple love taps is what we used to call it.
Love
But
taps.
so all these types of things. If you have, oops.
Oh, that's.
Stuff like that, right? Where if people don't have, their, I got to turn this down just a hair. If people don't have their, what is happening?
I don't know.
You see
You-
that? Okay.
Thank you, Mara Lee. Thank you, sweetheart. That's sweet.
If people don't
That's
have the
lovely of you.
lick down, I mean, they can get into a lot of trouble on something like that.
Well, because it's a bad way to start when the guitar player botches the intro.
Yeah,
because now when everyone comes in, they've got to make up for the fact that the intro wasn't right.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about intros in terms of song form. A little more perspective here. In classical music,
Sure.
I'm asking you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think of more like the Romantic period.
Yeah.
There's a lot of piano pieces that I'm aware of. I can't say I know, but
Right.
it seems like they would have this slow build-up period, this kind of like usually rubato. I mean, it's not at tempo.
Yeah.
And it just kind of creates a mood. And then you could be a minute in, and then finally the piece kind of formally starts.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
If it's like sort of the actual theme that will be repeated or expanded. Now it's when it gets established. So I'm just saying, we're talking about rock guitar, country guitar, blues guitar intros,
Yes.
which really coming from the early 20th century.
They need to land
classic
immediately.
songbook form. And those songs had intros.
That's right.
But even before that, in classical music, where did we start to get intros? Was it the Romantic period where guys were people?
You know
people,
what? We had intros before that. So there's a thing in
Baroque?
classical music called a cadenza, right? Which is a part
My mom has one in the entryway of the house.
Yes, there's another
That's
type
why they
of
call it
cadenza
that,
that you're
probably.
mentioning. Yeah,
That means the head of something. Yes,
it does. Yeah,
Okay.
and so it can be the head or it can be the tail. And so they would have a cadenza like on a lot of Beethoven songs where Beethoven would actually improvise live. And so Beethoven, so arguably I think maybe the most iconic intros take place post-Romantic period because individualism is such a big part of music at that
So we get
point.
Impressionism, and before you know it, we're in the 20th century,
Yeah.
and we have the 32 song form. Think Somewhere Over the Rainbow,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Night and Day,
Yeah.
or those classic songs. I'm going to fast forward now. Obviously, in rock and roll, as we now know it, talk about an iconic guitar intro. I'd be remiss if we didn't go to B flat, the most unlikely guitar key, but
It's good. It's a good tone for that.
and now the band comes in. But Chuck Berry's intro to Johnny Be Good, he's, as I've probably mentioned on the show before, at that point, he's really mimicking
A saxophone.
Louis Jordan sax parts from a jump blues tune that
Raucous
he
sax playing.
probably had to play on the bandstand because they didn't have horn players, and he figured out how to these that's horn players doing their gliss up to shared notes. So a lot of double stops and triple stop. Those moves are little horn moves.
Right.
So that's where that classic rock and roll, that great rock and roll intro comes from. It's borrowed from jump blues and horn players, saxophones in particular. And it establishes swing. It tells us what key we're going to be in.
Yeah.
It establishes something about what we're about to hear. We also have.
Can we
go ahead.
before you go?
Yeah.
Can we just agree that guitar players were the agentic AI of the 1950s with
are we doing this?
saxophone players?
Okay.
I mean, they basically came in.
They took the data.
Yeah, they took the data. They scrubbed the data. Okay, there was no permission, and then basically it was like, hey, you could just have a guitar player front your band and leave these 8 saxophone and horn players home.
Well, that was an economic. Well, World War II is what that's like. Well, no, our sax players have all gone off to war.
Right.
Now there's just 4 of us.
Yeah.
So someone's got to pick up the slack. That's what happens, right? This happened in country music. We had in the 30s. We had these big Western swing bands like Bob Wills, and Spade Cooley, and all that stuff. These are big bands.
Is it Country Time Playboys or what's it?
Well, yeah, there was the Doughboy. Well, because they were sponsored by a flour company.
Exactly.
So yeah, they were I'm blanking the something crust Doughboys. Any hoozles. But in country music, same thing happened as it happened in R&B. All of a sudden, your 12-piece band that had horns and fiddles is now just like a 5-piece. And so instead of 2 fiddles playing a twin fiddle intro to a song, the guitar player had.
Yeah, but we're not upset about that.
We're happy about that too.
Yeah, we're happy about it too.
Thank you for the birthday wish there. It was do you think Hot Rod Lincoln was
What does it say? I can't read the bottom half.
but was it inspired the same way? That lick, not that the lick to Hot Rod Lincoln that
That period's almost more surf like adjacent in a sense, isn't it?
well the
Or
fast
surf-
picking is it's really just a hyped up. Wait, are you playing New Haven next Thursday? Yes, Henry, I am.
Henry, you going?
Henry, are you going to be there?
You should go, Henry, if you can make it.
Flag me down, Henry. I want to shake your hand, bro.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I will. But the Hot Rod Lincoln guitar riff and therefore intro, that's just a hyped up boogie line, and
Yeah.
I don't know the history on how Commander Cody and those guys came out. It seems like that's just a general jam.
But
Go ahead.
Horn sections used to do lines like that together.
Well, you
voiced
know what? That's a
across-
good point.
Yeah, like
Oh,
so they used
yeah.
to do like jump blues and boogie blues and even Fats Waller and other people did a lot of.
Or it's a piano lick, a left hand
I think
piano
there's a
lick.
big time-
So John,
yeah.
it's very likely.
I think
yes,
John.
yes,
I
correct.
think you've got some carryover there.
So in the 50s, so of course, as rock and roll's forming, and we realize, I think the guitar is going to be the preeminent instrument.
It's in the hips.
It's in the hips, but there's saxophone and there's guitar,
Right.
essentially.
Yeah. For sexy things.
and for intros. That's what we're going to hear.
All right.
Buddy Holly has, I don't have a capo, but there's that great, it's really a blues intro to That'll Be the Day.
Yeah.
I don't have a
which he took
capo, but
directly from Howlin' Wolf, I think.
Yeah, it's like a Muddy Waters thing, being capo the fifth. Well, he wrote it in E. So originally, when Buddy recorded it in Nashville, the one that didn't get released, he's in E, and he plays. And he's singing it like really high. It's like awkward. Then he actually moves it up to A.
Yeah.
He drops his voice, and it's a much more natural thing. But that, again, it establishes there's a rhythm and blues attitude. There's chromaticism. It establishes vibe, basically. Now, we get to now. Let's just fast forward.
Okay, we're back. We're back in the future. We're back to the future.
There's things we can do, like intros, like the Sweet Child of Mine intro, with its tone, that thick, throaty.
So that's obviously a Les Paul, but on the neck pickup, and you
that's
can
what I'm
tell
saying.
Because my guess would be he wanted the tone, and Slash. Since you're listening, probably you can.
Hey,
of course,
Saul.
give it. But he wanted the coverage of almost that compressed sound that comes out of a neck pickup versus a bridge pickup. Mm-hmm. So it's less of a pluck or less of that transit sound and more of a continuous.
So the notes can bleed into each other a little softer.
And there's more distortion than this on it, but just a little bit more. But here's the thing about it, right? When you're teaching students this, when you're not aware of kind of like the patterns in music, almost the fractal-like patterns, you don't realize that that's an ostinato with just one different starting note each time. So the first pattern...
No, right.
And so once you kind of figure that out, you realize, oh, wow, I don't have to remember like 5,000 different things. I just have to remember one thing with three different starting notes.
And Slash, to be fair, now I don't know how, but Slash, since high school, could read and write music. He actually knows music. So for all we know, this is a very basic classical music principle that he picked up in high school. And when it came time to come, he was like, I'll do this trick. Also,
I think
since the song is a devotional love song.
Is it? Yeah. Oh, right.
So also the fact that he's neck pickup,
right?
It's like a softer.
Oh.
It's just a softer tone. Had it been bridge,
right? It's a little bit more like
a little more aggressive. But this is a love song from that album.
Love on the Rocks is for the bridge.
Love on the Rocks.
Now, but in that same time period, right? You have other really, really significant songs with intros. So yeah. This is much longer than this. And by the way, you gotta love that one guitar guy.
How much discipline it takes to play that.
And by a long time before. Who's the guy that did the song with you and Dwight?
Post Malone.
Well, yeah. So whatever you think about Post Malone. Let's say you're like, I don't like Post Malone. Whatever.
No,
you love Post Malone.
I know where you're going. Yeah.
But this one guy to carry an arena on their own. One guy or gal, by the way, on their own with a guitar. Good luck.
And he's 5'1".
Yeah.
It's like a wee man.
The confidence level that's required for something like that is through
roll.
the roof.
That's pretty cool.
Now we have Angus Young, the Post Malone of the day, if you will, just with an SG. Okay. So anyways, but with
in terms
the outfit,
of holding the attention of and commit.
By the way, international arenas, they don't screw around over in other places. They give you 300,000 people to play with over there. Here we got cats.
They used to go to soccer games. Hundreds of thousands.
We don't quite have the same. Yeah. But so what I'm saying is, to prance around like a schoolboy who's clearly on LSD,
one, dressed as one.
Well, whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
And so it's just it's kind of the audacity.
I know.
The audacity.
I never thought about it. That's pretty good. So there's other now in the 60s. Now also, I'm thinking some guitar intros. Again, they will establish something. So here's one.
And I'm saying that I love Angus Young, by the way. So I'm not
all these guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll simply establish, if not the mode, then like the scale.
Sure.
Of what we're about to hear. So here's one that comes out again. Here's an intro where the guitar is in the clear. It's the first thing we hear. So the Day Tripper intro tells us not just that we're in E, but we're in the blues
We're in
scale.
the E-blues scale.
We hear the minor third going up to the major third. We hear the flat 7.
Yeah.
And that's something. Because, again, let's compare it to another Beatle guitar intro from maybe 8 months prior. Something that's much brighter.
Yeah,
now,
sure.
everything about that is major. It's bright. It's got the major 2.
Yeah, right.
It's got the droning high E string. It sounds like sunshine. Day Tripper doesn't do that. It establishes a whole other mood. So guitar intros, much the same way Sweet Child of Mine establishes, we're a heavy rock band, but this is our take on a love song.
Yeah, sure.
And the guitar intro tells us that before we actually hear the lyrics.
Are you saying Thunderstruck does that?
No,
okay, I'm just
Thunderstruck
wondering what your
does not do
version
that.
of love
No,
is.
I meant
What's love got to do with
Sweet-
Thunderstruck?
Fair enough.
It's about dealing with the gods, Eugene.
I understand. We also have now. Here's another one. Here's another thing that a really cool guitar intro will do.
Okay.
Here's one that when I hear it, if it comes on the radio, like I don't know it's coming.
Okay.
I struggle to find the downbeat. It still throws me off.
Oh, I know what it is. I already know what it is.
Do you? Okay. Here, and this is again, what a fantastic intro to a fantastic song.
Oh, I thought it was going to be something else. 2, 3, 4. I have a way harder one to find the
For some reason that I hear, obviously I'm hearing the and of
right
as the down, so I'm always flipped
Yeah.
until the drums.
Yeah, you know why they had to do that? Because she was never going to go if they hadn't given her that. Because she
needs a
was
cue.
like, "Do I go?
I'll
or-
go. I'll come stay. Just give me a cue.
I'm
Tell me-
waiting for."
So that one is what we're. And by the way, the whole. I mean, it's a really
Yeah.
simple working
Right.
of the
Sure.
1-5-4 progression, but for whatever reason, just the meter in which he plays it throws me off. What were you? What does that for you?
It's not really a guitar intro; it's a drum intro. But so
John Bonham's intro to rock and roll.
yeah.
Now here's the okay. So
He did it to piss guitar players off for
so-
years to come. It was a
as
way
most
to,
of you know the history, the lore of this. He had a new drum kit delivered to where they were recording the album, and he just put it in the entryway, and there was this rented mansion, so they just put the drums in this entryway,
That's why it sounds like that.
and so he goes on a break just to try out his new drum
Sure.
kit, and it just
Sounds incredible.
it's got so
Put a mic on that thing.
So the engineer, yeah, he did. He's like, what if we mic that thing from above? And they also specifically that's where they recorded the When the Levee Breaks intro, but one of the things he was doing when he first got that kit was basically the drum intro to I Hear You Knockin' by Little Richard.
Yeah.
It's the same intro.
Right.
But what's cool, the timing wise, if you listen to a very common jazz boogie piano intro of the time, da 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 da.
And I think he's
Tap
in an
that
interview
out.
saying that too.
Tap that out.
Right.
Pretty close to the thing. So it's interesting. Now, of course, they hear him do that. It's like that's pretty old school.
I mean, if
cool.
you start counting in 4 when the drummer starts playing, you'll start on
You're
1.
fine.
But
you don't.
it's yeah.
We don't get a little love tap.
And the time
from
is,
him.
but also the time is a little
No,
like
it's
there's
loose.
some time play in
Oh,
there.
it's
Okay,
loose.
all right.
Of
And the
course.
drummers that repeat it, they tend to take their own liberties as well. You know.
Sure.
So hey, if you guys want us to be able to play with you, we're gonna need a contract of a meter. So that brings me to
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
a guitar player that's just not willing to acquiesce on the contract of a meter. And I think, surprisingly, when people think about this guitar player, they think about disarray, Eugene. They think about chaos. They think about things your parents don't want.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
But actually, the amount of order that went into this person's playing is quite it's quite
So
unbecoming.
if I'm a good candidate to be a co-signer,
yes.
I would probably immediately reject this person's idea. But then if I really thought about it, I was like, hold on, there's some thought here.
If you were looking for the order, so
drums. Now,
and I just need a DOD grunge pedal, and we're there.
dig this.
Yeah.
So, tell me why that intro works. I know that intro works.
I know why it works.
It changed everything
Yeah,
at the
because
time.
it was right after Cherry Pie ended, and that song came on, and you went, "Is this thing broken?" Like it was the ultimate. It's the antithesis of Winger, Warrant, and Extreme, and and Mr. Big.
We talked about this earlier this summer, like cover songs of the '80s, '90s. We talked about like post Eddie Van Halen. Guitar and rock you had to be pretty technically proficient.
Yeah.
Like you did display that sort of stuff.
Right.
And then this guy, it's power chords.
Yeah.
And with muted
Right.
And then melodically,
yeah.
Like it's okay, it's 1 to 4. No
This is
problem.
not in any-
Then the whole thing's up
yeah.
a minor third. It's like, oh, that's a little evil. But here's the cool thing. As most of you probably know, he lifted that from another iconic guitar. Well, it's actually not the intro to a song, but it's an iconic guitar riff from the 70s.
Yep.
It's the exact same rhythm in power chords. It's the same rhythm to More Than a Feeling.
Yep.
And now, of course, More Than a Feeling is very diatonic. Go ahead, please.
No, I remember it.
Wait, I'm blanking. I can't think.
I can't think of it now. I got
Smells
Like Teen Spirit. Something like that. Anyways. More than a feeling. I don't think it goes to 5 right away.
Maybe not 5, but it's still the same rhythm. Now, what he did was, and it's the same muting, but the fact that he pushes this thing to the minor.
Keep going.
There you go. That's it.
1, 4,
So
6, 5.
that's very diatonic. It's 1, 4, minor 6, 5.
Yeah.
And so Kurt lifts the rhythm and about that and the power chord nature of it, but does this minor third thing and says, "Oh no, I'm trying to write a great rock song, a great guitar, but I'm not going to play by all the normal rules.
I think
I'll play by some, but not all."
It's the Andy Warhol thing. It's the I'm going to defy your conventions thing. I'm going to take what you expect.
This comes up when we discuss Kurt. It's
give you the opposite of what you expect.
Great example. Now here's one.
Make sure you guys give us your
I was going to say
favorite intros,
like
iconic intros.
Is that not scrolling? Are they stuck?
I don't know. Let me see.
All right. 'Cause I feel like I'm not. I mean, I think
these are not as iconic for them. You know,
maybe not.
So you got to be more iconic.
Pardon me, guys. Tell us like the intros that caught your ear. Maybe it's like the first intro you learned, or maybe there's an intro that made you want to learn guitar. Another one, like we're gonna forget a billion of them, but one that comes up, they call it rock and roll's version of Beethoven's Fifth, would be. So Satisfaction, again, that's the sort of thing where we're in E, but we don't hear a full E chord. We just hear these 3 notes. So it's kind of out of context.
Yeah.
Is this in B going up to the minor third?
It's a lot of 5.
Play a B minor chord. Could have been B minor. But we don't have any chord to give us context. So at first it's just
yeah.
And then to confuse us more, Bill Wyman's bass comes in and he goes from E and he walks up to A with it, which creates a
really
fourth.
Interesting.
There's this. It's like, where are we? But then things settle in and we're good. Here's another great intro.
Well, wait a minute. Can we?
Please.
There's something there, right? So you don't get satisfaction until you get to the verse. So every time they go to that part over and over again, it's so discordant, and it's such a long 5 chord where you're like, "Hey, things are tense here." You know, you've been on this.
It's years
trying to get some dough.
Well, it would have been 2020, so I'm thinking 5 years ago.
Yeah, when we did this we did a whole episode on this.
When we were at the mothership, we did a deep dive on Satisfaction, and it's funny in the meetings leading up to that.
Good one, Darren.
Good one, Darren.
We're gonna do
in
it.
the meetings leading up to. I remember the way it is on the Fender site. The song Satisfaction. They call that the verse. No.
They call that the verse, huh?
And I'm thinking, well, isn't the
Courageous.
verse? Well, I'm driving in my car.
No,
Isn't that
that's
the
like
verse?
the bridge, man. It's a.
It was flip flop, but I think the idea is because the song, the energy. I don't know. It was.
They probably got that from the publisher, by the way. So
it could have been.
That's actually what.
I mean, it's debatable. Like,
Yeah.
is that the chorus or is
Right,
the verse?
right.
I think that since he repeats "Satisfaction" at some point over and over, that makes it the chorus.
Sounds like chorus to me.
But think about it. I can't get no satisfaction. I can't. No, Mick is singing at a pretty
that
relaxed
does seem like
volume.
Yeah.
And then when I'm driving in my car, now he's yelling, and so dynamically, that driving in my car, like that's kind of chorus-ish the way he's ranting and raving.
Yeah, you're right, man.
Interesting.
I didn't
like
ever think about that.
Me neither, but I love being in meetings where I debated that for like an hour.
So Darren, this is a no-brainer. I don't know why I didn't think about it. So
Go ahead.
by the way, who comes up with that type of a line for those answers?
Yeah.
That stuff is awesome.
Well, I feel like that's influenced by the ocean.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some
Led Zeppelin things.
Zeppelin very much. But what I really love about pretty much all the Malcolm Young riffs.
It's rhythm based. Everything's just so
all
drum based.
rhythm. I've been doing with private lessons. Merrily, she just had one on Tuesday about this, about how so much of what Malcolm doing, it's the palm muting. It's the stopping. It's there's even You Shook Me.
Sure.
This is rubato to me. This is sort of like he's in the clear. He's just warming us up. This is the proper intro coming right here. Silence.
It's like you're being a drummer, basically. I mean,
it tells you everything, and I just love the amount of gaps he creates. Right?
Yeah.
There's a stop.
You know why? Because it's not a selfish way to play guitar. It's like it's a very like listener focused way to play guitar. Something for you to dance and grab onto.
Okay, a couple of things. So
Jim
Darren says that Satisfaction was the first riff I learned to play from the Mothership. Oh, great, cool.
That sounds right, Darren.
And then Jim K. Oh, Sunshine of Your Love, where Jack Bruce wrote the riff. Yeah. He went and saw Hendrix with a friend.
Yeah,
and wanted to write a song for Jimmy. They just never didn't give it away. But where that establishes a minor blues scale.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Oh wait, while we're on that, so.
That's another one where
I think that's
the timing, like
intro, yeah.
I can't find the downbeat until Mitch Mitchell's drum sub.
Is it a vibra slap, by the way, on that?
That Brian Jones of the Rolling Stones, who at that point in '68 is a walking pharmaceutical.
Well,
he's so out of it, the poor man.
Well, and you're going to need a lot of things, you know.
And he's in New York, and now Hendrix was constantly at that point trying to get. He's starting a super group with everybody.
Right.
On any given day,
he's on that kind of a drug now.
He wants everyone. No, and so that's Dave Mason playing the 12-string acoustic intro.
Oh, really? Okay.
Brian Jones is I think he was trying to play a guitar. I don't know. He was there. He was trying to play piano or something, and he's so out of it and such a mess that to save face, Hendrix or someone to just, hey,
here's the vibra slap.
So Brian Jones is playing vibro slap on the intro.
Well, he gets it right in the right spot.
Does a darn good job.
Does, you know.
But also, but it's just like it's a pacifier basically.
It is. It's like go over there and play with that.
By the way, credit to you, Brian, for finding the one.
Yeah.
Because it's a great choice.
He's on it, yeah.
But when Mitchell's drums, that intro is like, how do we? And also not a little unlike the way the drums come into Smells Like Teen Spirit, although I can clearly feel where the one is on the Nirvana record.
By the way, so the tone on that intro, I think, has as much to do with its ubiquity as anything, because it has this really lush, like capital-esque reverb on it.
Yeah.
And when you go back and listen to a lot of those albums, the approach on the recording of, so we're like in the Mamas and the Papas era. We're in the approach on the recording is close mic. You can hear
we're starting to get it's the beginning of that. You're
kind
right.
of a hi-fi type of approach to some of the recording, and the lushness of the reverb.
You're talking about All on the Watchtower.
Yeah, it's really lush reverb.
By the way, it also establishes, because it's those Dylan lyrics. They're very. The apocalypse is coming.
Right,
There's this doom happening.
They're fire and brimstone.
So like the instruments.
They're
like,
back, by the way. I hear them now all the time. Just about,
but what that intro musically establishes is that there's just impending doom.
Yeah.
And that is before Jimmy even sings, there must be some way out of here. It's
yeah.
I feel you, Jimmy. We're maybe 20 seconds in, and I'm feeling claustrophobic.
I feel like it's like he took the mushrooms, 45 minutes ago. It's already a mistake.
John Waybe has a great thing. The dead notes at the beginning of Back in Black.
Yeah, man. Isn't that awesome?
Reminds him of wooden ships. Right, Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
There's a little scraping thing. Now, I don't know.
See, they did more with less back then.
They did less as
You know
Paul.
what I mean?
The Hotel California intro, interesting. So that one, talk about that's a very long intro. Who's that? That's Darren. So Don Felder came up with this chord sequence while he was on vacation somewhere. Kind of just and so, well, this is my chord sequence. Gives it to Henley and Fry, and they it's like, well, it's just this long thing of tons of guitars. So they actually figure out how to put this thing into a song. Now it's going to repeat with Randy Meisner's bass. It's like, oh, we're doing it.
It's cool, though.
Oh, no, it's great.
And then we're going to add some guitars in.
Until ta-ta. And then we're in the reggae groove, and Henley finally gets to sing.
By the way, obviously the solos on that song, just like One of These Nights, and they're just so artfully crafted.
Oh, very thoughtful.
And I hear so much of Steve from sorry. What's his name?
Oh, there's Al Collins, and see, there's the three guys from, but Al, I think, is the one who really,
is that really is the.
Yeah, he really like composed.
So I hear that
song.
kind of like sharpness and approach, and maybe that's just actually kind of a country guitar thing they're doing, but it's really. Man.
Well. So the thing about Skynyrd, and very much like the Eagles, is that when they did these songs live, those solos,
they did them, and you could, it's that.
To this day, if you went, I have some friends that went and saw the Eagles at the Sphere.
They still do the exact same. Yep.
You play the solos. And Vince Gill's talked to it, because Vince Gill's like, it's.
Well, and somebody might be a little unhappy with you if you didn't play that solo. They don't want you going over there like.
Those songs have been played over and over again on FM radio. That's sort of like they're kind of canon.
Right. I don't think you get to.
No. But in the 70s, musicians, country, in all the genres, they were on the correct assumption that, well, people will sit around for a 1-minute guitar intro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like they trust that they have the time to do this. Nowadays, with modern records, especially in pop,
you might not get.
It's a short attention span thing, yes. But also,
it's more than that.
Think about it as like, and we've talked about this before, with the technology of how we listen to music. We go to Spotify, we press play, song starts. We don't just come across songs like we used to, where we might come into a song. If we turn on the radio and we hear the middle of a song, because we just turned on the radio.
Right.
Now, when we listen to music, we go to YouTube or Spotify, wherever, and we just. So a song now has to have something right at the beginning, and they don't really even have time for a 4-bar intro anymore. Right. Usually, let's start with the chorus, and then we'll figure out the rest.
Right.
But that's music's gonna.
They gotta hook you in right out of the gate. Okay, so then, a few others here.
I'm
so
looking at the list.
Believe it or not, hold on now. See, I can't even read my own writing.
This guy. I'm trying to avoid the songs.
Oh, Immigrant Song is another one I had down, by the way.
I don't know. Oh, yeah. So what's in G? Yeah, it's in G. That's just a great gallop. That's like
the same thing with who
that's
Chapel
Barracuda,
Roan
right?
is touring the country or the world playing, by the way.
Was she doing Barracuda?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
I know. It's cool.
That's great. Oh, I didn't know that.
I know, yeah.
Oh, well done, Chapel.
Yeah. So. I don't have wave bar. Anyways, you get the idea. We still have a lot more.
Blue on Black by Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Was that not originally the Archangels? Some of the Love Steve Gaines. Oh, Steve Gaines. That's you're right. So, yeah.
Gaines.
Oh, I know
That's
Little.
what I
Oh,
was
that's a
thinking
deep cut. That's a deep cut.
Did I say? Who did
No,
I say?
no. You were thinking of. Oh no, you were thinking Steve Gaines. I said Al, but it's yeah. And they had 3 great guitar players. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the embarrassment of riches in that band. Here's another. Here's an intro. Well, I'm going to have you play it, but I used it on the promo of this. That establishes a mood.
Oh,
And key and vibe, and there's such a technique to this intro, which, by the way, most of my life I thought was a Fender Rhodes piano. I swear.
Oh wow, really?
But Reggie Young's touch and tone on his Telecaster there in Memphis at the time is so subtle and so it has such a touch.
It's so consistent too. I mean,
It's brief, by the way. We don't hear this again in the rest of the song. It's
Yeah, you
a
don't.
pure intro. This is not a.
so.
And then there's a
Yeah.
and there's this really nice little, like almost like, and the lady, the floor is yours. He just da-da-dong establishes this thing.
When I hear intros like that, a lot of times I think maybe the person that has the most ownership over the song in the studio as a musician has to lay it down for everybody else.
Usually,
Yeah.
But in the case of Reggie Young and those guys, those are the Memphis boys,
Right.
the Muscle Shoals Memphis guys. Reggie just became the guy.
That did all the
Well, when it came to intros,
Right.
It was like,
the
well,
intro guy.
like Spooner Oldham, whoever wrote the song, would be
Sure.
the piano. It's like, well, here are the changes.
Right.
Here's the melody. Singers that. And now it's like, okay, and it's like, okay, so how do we come into this thing?
Yeah.
And usually just Reggie will do something.
Sure.
Now, what's cool about that is it's in E, so we hear this low E. We have a flat 5 to 5. That's very bluesy, right?
Yeah.
Then he frets. First he frets it, right? Or is it? So he frets the high E at the 12th, then hits it as a harmonic.
He plays it open.
Oh, is that?
There it is.
It's such a beautiful. Then, so that's call and response. And then here's the response. So this major third. So this is not going to be an E minor blues with a flat 5.
Right.
It turns out it's really more about this
Yeah.
E major resolve. That's a lot of tonic information. Also, his tone. It's a soft touch. Think of Dusty's voice on this. She's singing at a very quiet conversational, and Dusty could bellow.
Absolutely.
She could be listen, but she's trying to keep it quiet, and so Reggie establishes this. Another great Reggie Young intro, by the way,
Can't find
in
my
the
page.
key of B major.
Oh.
Reggie Young yet again.
Sorry. So one more time. You know, so that's actually when you try to teach that to people, they're like, you know what? I'll just play it.
I'm out.
I'm going to play it the way I want to play it, actually. Because if you play it the way he plays it, it's actually a bit of a tricky guitar. It's kind of an interesting, and you can tell he played with his fingers a lot. So
Right.
and so if people don't have good like finger style control, they're going to be in trouble. But
I was gonna say with the iconic intros thing. Sorry, why am I turned up while I'm tuning? That makes no sense. Sorry, guys. These clip-ons, they just pick up your guitar's vibes.
yes,
Here's another. We could just do Reggie Young intros.
Right,
as an
right,
episode.
right, yeah.
So, but here's one more Reggie Young intro.
I know that was Reggie Young.
We're caught in a trap.
Trap. I can't go get
It's
the
funny
point.
because he plays it fretted
Suspicious
like
minds.
this.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not able to. There's this hybrid picking rolling thing. When Elvis does it live at that point, he puts James Burton in his band, and James plays it open. This is how most people.
Yeah. Doesn't sound the same, man.
Well,
I'm
no,
sorry.
it's just a
not
different
the same
way.
thing. That's all right. We'll let it go.
I mean,
but,
we can tell it's like this G sus4 back and forth.
One of them's just
thing.
really guitaristic though, and the other one's actually got like, when I hear this guy's playing, I hear somebody who's played in gospel bands and has organ ideas.
Yeah.
And that's what I hear.
Where the voicings are.
Yeah, I hear organ ideas with cluster voicings, and a lot of things on organ are voiced really low,
very close together,
yeah, and clustered
but
together.
But like an organ player, yeah. Danny Gatton would talk about this when he would imitate a B3 player.
Yeah,
he said it's not just a matter of like get a dark tone, maybe get turn your tremolo the tremolo on
or
your
volume
amp.
pedal.
It was he talked about the voicings.
Yeah,
they're clustered.
They're clustered voicings. Yeah, and that's we did this on Till. I should put this on our
What's
Patreon.
this?
If you guys aren't members of the Patreon, join because it helps us keep the show going. Oh, make sure you like this show, please, and the little button that says like, just so YouTube will give us nothing. Actually, I don't know what happens. We're supposed to say make sure you like it though.
Merrily, Darren, that's very sweet. Thanks, guys.
So I think that style of playing, that clustered playing, where you learn,
especially in the low strings, by the way.
Sorry,
it's very organ.
It's got because organs have this really low vibe, and because the Leslie has that spinning thing coming out of it, it actually breaks up the tone enough when you're down really low, so that it's not just so muddy. You can't. Yeah, and so it's that's what I hear when I hear his playing. Those I hear organ things coming out in his playing.
Well, what did I say? I thought it was a Fender Rhodes.
Yeah.
At the beginning of Son of a Preacher Man. Who knew?
Well, even this, like hearing this low high relationship.
It seems like left and right hand of a. I honestly doesn't that sound like a keyboard to you guys?
Yeah.
All right. Wicked Games. Now that's Jimmy Wisely. Rest in peace. He passed away years ago.
There's another great Verb song, by the way.
Well, and you know what? And that's the reverb on his deluxe.
Yeah.
That's not a plate. It's his amp
deluxes
reverb.
Come loaded, my friends.
But usually, they
if it's a real
work
deluxe,
meticulously on that record. But it's interesting, and I have to admit, I don't have a tremolo bar here. That's a vibrato bar.
You got to earn it. It got taken away during a previous.
But the
podcast.
idea, the beautiful thing of descending pitch of the beat, then ascending pitch to the F. It's a really kooky thing to do.
Is he doing it? Yeah, it's like that. You can hear him slide, right?
Well, what is this? He strikes the B open. And he presses down,
is that what it is?
and
he
then
bends up on the
frets the F sharp and comes up. So it's a one string move, but it's so significant. That is a good one. It's a
that's a really good one.
Great
call,
man.
That is an iconic because you know exactly what song it is when that comes on at Kroger's or whatever.
Oh, by the way, here's another good example of
Kroger's
if you're a cover band and the guitar player botches this intro, like. This is not the smoky romantic mood we want to establish in the club tonight. This just sounds like you need a guitar tech. There's an intonation issue.
No, it's true. I mean, there's a lot of other ones that are guitaristic and they're iconic intros that are actually kind of hard to play because of the way they interplay against the bass line. So, for example. Now I got to cut loose. But that guitar part actually, these were things that if you're in a cover band or you're a kid and you're trying to cover these, you're like, wow, there's like odd kind of syncopation in this guitar part that's not.
Here's one that I think was from like a year before or two. We're gonna go up instead of an A, we're gonna go D. And this is one that I've done in the clubs before, and it's like, yeah, if you don't get, but John Cougar Mellencamp.
Yeah, isn't that a trip? It's like they're in the middle of a solo starting the song.
The Authority song does the same. We're bending on one string, we're bending up to the open strings pitch. By the way, we started the show with Whole Lot of Love.
Yeah.
Great intro. One of the tricks, because it's not a lot of notes. It really, it's just this. So we got this B to D kind of stutter move, and then an E power chord, again, another stutter, kind of syncopated. But to make it, to sell the attitude a little more, I feel like I've mentioned this before in the show. When you play the fretted, the A string at the 5th fret, that, bend it a little sharp and hit the open D. You have license to play out of tune because they should be unison in pitch. We're gonna bend one of them out of pitch.
He's playing a stop tail on that, right? So
yeah, it's just Les Paul on that. So
he played a telly on
sounds
stuff,
like
too.
two guitar. He plays the 59 telly on the first album.
On the first album, yeah.
He doesn't use it much on the second album. That's certainly his Les Paul in this particular track. But you get this purposely out of tune. Sounds like two guitar.
Yeah.
But by the way, it makes sense when he plays the chord, everything goes back in tune.
That's a bellows type of effect.
What does that mean?
A bellows. Bellows are like organ bellows.
Oh, bellows.
And they sort of have when they start to run out of air in the bellow, it starts to have like a microphonic effect like that where it's not able to carry the tone anymore, and it starts to have this.
Here, wait, your Wicked Game was written by Chris Isaac. You're right. Being a Kansas boy, how about
I can't see it.
Funk 49?
Oh yeah.
Well, what's Kansas got to do with it? They're Ohio, Darren. Good.
That's definitely up there.
So good.
And he's definitely the funkiest guy in the Eagles and other groups that he played
Well,
in.
think about, so there's that, you talk about this a lot.
Yeah.
Where like that rhythm hand has this up down thing and you mute and you create.
Yeah.
The funk is in the syncopation. Here's another, we did a deep dive on this one a couple of years ago here. Here's another great Joe Walsh intro that we did.
Yeah, this is put your roller skates on. This next one's an all skate in your normal skating direction.
Play that one for the people. You just feel the R&B of this whole thing.
Yeah, I mean the song. Anytime where you can carry the rhythm of a song that has dance moves on the guitar by itself, that's when. That's when. And so think of like any song that Nile Rodgers plays on.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of.
Or a lot of other. I mean, lots of James Brown songs and things. So I think where the guitar part alone could convey the rhythmic.
Or how about that for an intro? Just.
Oh yeah.
Wait, that's not the right.
What key are you in?
Well, I was thinking of I Feel Good. What's the voicing at the beginning of I Feel Good? No,
I'm thinking of Average White Man Band.
Correct. This is where they get it from.
So.
No, but the very intro, is it? Does he play? I don't know.
Are you thinking of Kiss?
No. Again, Prince got it from there.
Yeah.
The intro to I Feel Good.
You're right. It's like
is it just an E9?
I think it's just there. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, the voicing, it's just the rhythm. It's in the clear, and it just established something out. It's really hip.
Yeah. Right.
I'll look into Joe Walsh is from Wichita, Kansas. Wow. Thank you, Darren. I didn't know that.
No.
I associate him obviously with with Cleveland, what's everyone says another down string boom. OKC. I don't know.
I would say
Anonymous is getting into some stuff there. Hey, Anon.
Are you in relation to Q? Let's see. We got Free Ride is definitely. Gosh, Free Ride's
Well, wait, doesn't it have a real slow, long build up to the intro? Free Ride.
Yeah.
It just goes right there. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's what I was thinking. There you go.
That's Slow Ride.
That's Slow Ride.
I'm messing up my rides.
Slow
dude.
Ride. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was thinking Slow Ride too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tom.
And also,
Texas down. Hi, Greg. Episode on intros.
talk about you want to go. No.
You know what's cool about that intro? It's like it really could go on for quite a while, and I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
It's very self-contained. Again, another great example with the way the drums now bring us in. It's very like it's almost like wait, what?
There's another shuffle swing.
What? And then they lock in.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah, because
and then go up a minor third. That's really.
And the
cool.
drummer's doing all the shuffle swing areas where he's playing, and against this riff, by the way, that he's really leaning on the swing of the shuffle.
Oh yeah.
And then when the band is together, it starts to play a much straighter shuffle.
That's interesting.
And then he really leans on the swing again whenever it's him.
Uh-huh.
And that's part of what makes that's how you know you're playing with a good drummer is when they actually accent the swing of the shuffle outside of the main riff of the song.
Here's an intro that's also a great hook. But yeah, Free Ride, Edgar Winter. Come on and take a free ride.
Yeah, man, that is an Edgar Winter's.
And is that not the same album? That's our dearly departed.
How the heck does Free Ride start?
Rick Derringer.
Yeah, Rick Derringer just died, huh?
Yeah,
we should do a whole Rick Derringer episode and do Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo and all that. Yeah, is that how it starts? So I'll just let you guys know, like people my age learned all of those songs from the movie Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, that's a
So
general.
we really didn't actually. I mean, I'm sure those were on at some sort of, in some sort of old Chevy we were in at one point, but we were like, oh, that's my dad's music.
Same thing with Aerosmith's Sweet Emotion.
Is that in Dazed and Confused?
I feel like it is. Isn't it in the intro? What was one? So here's an intro that it's also the hook of a song, but I think it's so lovely. The boom.
Yeah, that's a great one.
It's got this beautiful half bend.
So cool that they
actually pre-bend coming out of it.
Yeah.
Then chromatic. And lands on the one.
It's well, let's put it this way. It's really thoughtful.
Oh, it's very graceful.
Yeah.
And what he's really just tying in the seemingly unrelated chords of the intro: F, E flat, G major, and then C.
Which are hard to tie in, by the way.
It's like, what? Why? But he figures out, wait, F. There's my B string. And then E flat, if I play the E shape, there's my B string goes up, G, and then C. So the B string actually is from F. He sees it. There's a line there, and he finds it, and he makes it work. Also, it is a strong hook because he repeats it several times with no variation throughout the song. But that's a whole other.
And it's a 2D line, meaning the whole band acknowledges the line.
Yeah,
like the entire
bum, bum,
like
bum. Everyone's
stops,
in on
do
this
the line
thing.
together. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, once I'm done here, I'm gonna drive from here to Pasadena to the Guitar Center in Pasadena because I got a textoso.
Oh, you got your
because I got a textoso.
Okay, so
this is what happened last Wednesday before we were on the air or after.
Right.
So I had a student, a one-time student, and he just needed some helpful hints to get going. Young guy, and he, I think he has several roommates. It's a crowded house, Ooh, that's another great intro.
I was about to say.
How about that?
Yeah.
Whoa!
I was about to say there's a really good one too. It's another tone and reverb one though. You do that without the right tone and the right reverb. It's a phaser or flanger? What's on that?
Well, I think it's just stereo chorus. They
stereo
recorded
chorus,
that
okay.
at Capitol, so I like to think that we're
They don't
hearing
screw on phasers
that
at
we're
Capitol.
hearing the chamber.
No, you don't bring.
But it does
phasers.
sound no. I think it's probably just like either tape delay or stereo chorus.
Well,
but
they have the choruses that are you could like the older choruses and you could reverse the orders of the anyway.
So in part of his worry about studying was being too loud. You know, roommates said even a small practice, I'm unconscious of this. And I said, well, no one minds the sound of a nylon string guitar. It's
right.
It's never too loud.
It's never.
It's a soft tone.
Your grandparents.
Going on, yeah.
Their grandparents.
By the way, it's portable. Go out to the park.
Yeah.
And practice.
Very
your scales.
lightweight. Very lightweight.
And then Nia says, "Oh, well, how much should I pay for one? Or, how would I go about buying one?" I was like, "I don't know." He says, "Well, what do you have?" Yeah, I don't have one.
I don't have one. I
so I'm like,
prefer
this
to
is
offend.
jerk, basically telling him what to do. So I come over here, and Dylan studied classical guitar like properly, and I said, Dylan, I should probably own a classical guitar.
Seems like it seems right.
As a staple, if I'm a guitar, I should have one. I said, but I don't want to spend a lot of money, do I? And I was like, you get what you pay for.
Yeah, I mean, especially with a classical guitar, man. It's really.
So he pulls out a couple of his, and there's like a very high end one, and there's kind of one a little lower. He's just somewhere in between.
Yeah, right. It's a porridge thing.
It's very. We're looking for the Goldilocks, and Dylan says, "Well, or just you don't care what it looks like. Just maybe there's a used one out there." I said, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea." So I'm driving from here to the club Harvard and Stone because I was hosting my night last week, and so it's not very far from here, by the way.
Yeah, right.
By the time
you can still get mugged between here and there.
By the time I leave Dylan's, and by the time I park, he's already texted to me.
A used
a 1981 Ramirez
1981,
studio,
by the way.
A Ramirez
so it's a Carter
studio
era.
model.
Yeah.
And I'm like
the stagflation model.
on the sidewalk walking to the club, and I see this, and I'm thinking. And I thought, if I think about this for more than 3 seconds, so I just purchased it.
I hope it doesn't go terribly wrong.
Well, I don't know. When I'm done here, I'm going to go pick it up.
Oh, but imagine this. The guy's like, well, Andre the Giant, this was made for him. And so if you weren't into baseball bat necks, and it does have a place for your beer cases, though, not singles. And so, because Andre didn't do singles, pal. And so...
Great. Now I'm worried. I was excited up until now.
Yeah. So I really hope, but you know what? Expect something to need to be restrung would be my guess.
You think?
Oh yeah. Come on. You got a bunch of high schoolers.
I don't
coming to the music store after school. Oh, look at that! It's your granddad's guitar. It's the stagflation model.
Okay. All right. I'm going to be out of town next week.
Right.
I'll be in a city. In the state of in the Commonwealth of Tennessee called Nashville, and actually next Wednesday I'll have a day off. It'll be a day off. I'll be in Nashville. I think I'm going to visit the mothership in Nashville.
Okay.
I think I'll go to Ben, my buddy Ben, and his beautiful office in East Nashville. There, I'll be hanging there. Nice. But so we won't be here next week. But I'll tell you, the following week, which will be another my Harvard and Stone nights, but we'll do this show, and I'll bring the guitar.
Oh, we'll bring the class. So
assuming I keep it,
we'll find out, won't we?
For the next 2 weeks. Assuming, yeah. I mean, again,
if it doesn't work, you just take it back.
You just take it. Yes, yeah. I don't want this. But that's a recent guitar purchase in our little guitarded sphere.
Well, and I think you have the more likelihood of. So it's a Ramirez, by the way, and they probably hold their value. It's
very
the same
reputable.
Amount when it was purchased then. So we'll find out. But if it's it looked like a concert classical guitar, so that's the real deal.
That's the size. That's the dimension I wanted. Studio model, so it doesn't have a lot of ornate stuff on it. Rex. Oh yeah. Oh, did Rex made an appearance?
Rex is here. Yeah, Rex had a bath just for Eugene today. He had a bath today.
This summer in L.A. has been there's been a high humidity.
Yeah.
Has he had any flea issues?
He hasn't had flea issues.
My dog has fleas.
My dog has fleas. That's the right notes for that.
Oh my God, I'm giving her flea bath every week. It's just I'm ready for it to be over, people.
So you think it's fleas, huh?
No, I know it is.
This is why me feeding all the cats in the neighborhood. That's probably why he's been complaining about that. Maybe that's what it could
Rex complains about everything.
I know.
More intros. More intros.
More intros. Well, we've been doing intros for a long time, though.
Many intros. Well, because there's just tons of. How about?
That's one of the top. Got to be one of the top all time. How about
so much space on those things, man. It's so cool, man. This band was so badass. Oh my god. Woo, that's hip. Woo, that's hip.
Anyways, that's back when you had to fight your guitar and the amp to get it to sound distorted.
That's from Darren. Now, here's what's hip about the Born on the Bayou intro. It's our C7 chord. This is a great voicing if you don't know this. So you have a C major, yes, everybody? Hopefully yours is in tune.
Should come in tune from the factory. So we'll talk to Fender about that. Of course, I did pull it off of the ceiling. That's good enough. It's good enough for rock.
You have your C chord. Take your pinky and play the G at the 3rd fret. Everything stays the same. So you have a C7. Very bluesy it is. Now, those middle 4 strings are now all fretted, which means you can slide this thing up and down and have a dominant 7 chord of your choosing. The root will be on the A string and or the B string. So this is a C7. I'm playing C here on my A string. But if I move this all the way up and my ring finger is playing the A string at the 7th fret and all those middle, this is now an E7.
It is.
So Fogerty, going to that custom amp with a K, custom, with a...
the one you could sleep on.
It's the tuck and roll.
And my pillow guy would dream about this thing.
It has a little tremolo on it, and it's just a matter of arpeggiating.
Yeah.
This voice, you don't have to move.
Hey, what do you think the idea was behind making cushions on an amp? Was it something like eventually this is going to fall on you, and when it does one day, you'll be thinking, man...
It's like somebody took the Michelin Man and put a 12-inch cabinet in his stomach.
Yeah, like, because I'm just trying to think, like... And by the way, these were not light amps, by the way. The custom stuff with a K was very...
No, that thing was unrolled. That's a tall
Post-Soviet
cabinet.
surplus washers, and, these things were... they survived the Iron Gate. And
time is... John Waby says, time is on my side.
Yeah, I think that's a good
The
one.
Rolling Stones covering Irma Thomas.
I was also going to say that...
The Honky Tonk Women intro's significant. Well, no, with Jumping Jack Flash, I think is the first time. No, maybe Honky Tonk Women. Now my Stones history is a little thrown off. I think Honky Tonk Women, that might be the first time we hear the open G chord tuning.
I think it is
sans low E string that Keith Richards essentially got from Ry Cooder. But that's a great. What's really cool about Honky, when you listen to the record, obviously the A string is tuned down to a G. And you can hear Keith hit it a little too hard.
Yeah.
Like he hits it and it goes sharp.
Yeah.
It just kind of, but it gives that looseness. In Stones history, like previous to that, the last time they'd done was their psychedelic album. And although She's a Rainbow is a great record, but for the most part, it's kind of like...
It was a kind of a miss, actually.
It was a big miss.
Yeah.
So they have to reestablish
themselves.
themselves
Colors is on,
in
right?
a big
and
way.
all that.
Yeah, that's the... Yeah. So...
it's not that it's not cool, by the way. There's actually... It's just it's a little bit of a Beatles ripoff, though.
It's very... Even and the album cover was very Beatles.
They went for the Sgt. Pepper.
And so it was time for them to do a reset. And really, Jumpin' Jack Flash is the first thing that kind of reestablishes like this, oh, wait a minute, we're going to...
Stay in your lane.
But we're not doing Chuck Berry covers anymore.
No.
But we're also not going to imitate the Beatles so much anymore.
That's not our thing.
So Jumpin' Jack Flash is kind of like their big reset.
Yeah.
Honky Tonk Women is where we clearly hear that they're going to be paying attention to country music as an influence.
Yeah.
Which really carries forward in a big way because of Wild Horses. They do a great job of incorporating country into their thing. But also, as cool as that guitar intro is, to me, that is one of the best kick drum sounds.
It's so good.
I would sample Charlie Watts' kick drum sound on Honky Tonk Women any day. If that was my dream kick sample, it would be
it's
that.
Also, this is a great bass song because it's and that.
Oh, yeah, it's a long walk up at the beginning of the.
I mean, this is like he's actually he's getting down. And
Yeah,
he's
digging
showing off
in.
some walking skills.
Yeah, it's very, very
good. People that I tell this to young kids. It's not going to be for the signing so much, but young kids don't necessarily think that Keith Richards was an amazing guitar player. Some do, but a lot don't. And I would say, just go ahead and try to play Honky Tonk Woman. Just sit down,
Get the feel right.
and let me know if you can do it. And like a lot of people just can't do it. It's actually hard to mimic.
This is also before they have. I think this is before they bring Mick Taylor in when they recorded it.
Yeah.
So Keith's the only guitar player because
Yeah.
Brian's just shot.
Right.
Darren, I got you. This is such a big
Right.
one.
What does it say? I can't read it. Oh, that's a great one. Yeah. That's Fleetwood Mac, right? Yeah.
By the way, really nice. F sharp.
Yeah.
Not the G. And then the.
That shows off Lindsay too. Yeah.
Oh, it's so.
Yeah, Lindsay's. Yeah,
Well,
force,
no, that's
man.
Peter Green.
Oh, it is?
That's early Fleetwood
right,
Mac.
that's before.
So that's Peter Green, and he does it on his Les Paul. No, but we actually hear him. The first guitar we hear that riff, it's his nylon string. It's a classical guitar. He plays it on nylon string, and then doubles it with the Les Paul, and then the track just builds and builds and builds. Y'all check out "Oh Well" by Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, it's off the chain.
That is a crazy
really
song.
Good.
I
can't
Wichita
read that.
Lineman. Well, that's a 6-string. That's a baritone bass. We hear that. Well, I can't do it in this octave. We've got this. Wichita Lineman, one of the greatest songs ever written, and probably one of the best arrangements we've ever heard. We have a lot of B flat with C in the bass. That's the kind of magic chord.
Yeah.
And then this crazy D major. Huh? Then this descending. And while this is happening, that little keyboard of that.
It's very stylistic of the time.
Well,
of
it's the
course.
telegraph.
Yeah.
He's a lineman. It's the message. It's on the line. Oh my God, how hip is that? Oh, it's such a great one. But not really much of a guitar song.
No.
That is.
But we had Glenn doing plenty before that.
There's a lot of great Glenn stuff, by the way. Yeah, it's true. But even the guitar solo that's Glenn playing, he takes Carol Kay's, I think it's a Dan Electro 6-string baritone guitar, and plays. And what he does, he plays the melody.
Yeah, right.
With there's a little bit of a vibrato on like an effect on it. But again, when in doubt, he doesn't just play the melody, though. He plays it on this unusual instrument in an interesting register.
Right.
It's lower than the register where he's singing. It's a very, very cool choice. Of course, the story there is that Jimmy Webb had not written the lyrics to the third verse yet.
Oh, really?
And
so it's a placekeeper?
It's a placekeeper.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy says, okay, I got the lyrics. And Glenn says, I put a
know,
bass solo in there, and I think we're good.
I think we're good, man. You know what? That song reminds me of a theme song for a TV show in many respects. Not because it's in any way forgettable. It's because the level of writing that was going into TV shows at that time for theme songs. I mean, this is the era of maybe a little bit before that, but still.
Streets of San Francisco.
I mean, these theme songs
Emergency,
are amazing.
Adam 12. I can go on and there are these real. By the way, have you heard the full version of the theme to the Rockford Files?
It's off the
Is
chain.
the craziest chart. Jim Gordon on drums, like all this.
All of them are like that.
It's so complicated.
Go to the Magnum PI theme song. They're
that's a good
all
point.
like really.
These things were expected. Robin. Okay, here's Robin. Here's a
Rob Trower. Yeah.
Oh no, that's Trevor Rabin from Yes. Sorry, Rabin, Robin. Hey, sorry about that. It's funny because we really could, again, with intros, we could do a full Reggie Young intro. We could do Zeppelin intros, Beatle guitar intros. There's so many bands that. Oh, that's. See, now I would say some of these that we're doing, the intro is the hook. You know, like the Whole Lot of Love intro, or that.
Yeah.
That plays when the singer's singing anyway.
Absolutely.
So it's the intro and it's the riff, if you will.
Right.
Something like the
actual something.
That to me is like an intro. Well, see, that's a riff. It comes. Oh, here's what I was talking to a student about an interesting guitar intro, because it actually has two different guitar elements. I would say Tom Petty starts with the riff. And then, but it's octave though.
That's right. I thought that was just a 12-string that he's playing. It's octaves, huh?
Didn't have a 12-string. He played like that. Now, the story on this, I just discovered this, so I'm happy to share. So on The Waiting by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Mike Campbell plays bass on the track.
Oh, does he?
For whatever reason, Ron Blair wasn't there. He plays bass. And as they're doing the track, towards the end, they do a little bit of like a breakdown before they reestablish. On the bass track, Mike just, as a riff, listen, the bass plays it.
Yeah.
He liked it, so he goes, wait a minute, I think I can do something with that.
Yeah. And
so he, again, it's not enough to just play the line, do something with it. So how about I do it as an octave, as a 12-string thing?
Right.
But, which is funny, because when we hear the song, I've always assumed the bass player is doing this really clever recall of the guitar hook.
Right. Or like a round.
Thing, but no, the bass actually happened first in reality. Wow. He just capitalized on it.
Right.
But that's a really, really fun. Here's another.
So it's not a 12-string playing.
It's not a 12-string.
Is there a 12-string playing rhythm on that song though?
Yeah. I think Tom's playing the 12-string Rickenbacker.
His 12-string. Okay.
But for that lead thing, he just
wow.
But talk about Tom Petty. There's just I can't do it because I'm not capoed. But the
is that an F? Right.
It's an F. Do it again. Oh, you know what? Tom K's got a good one. This is one of my favorite. This is a great thing because this is the guitar intro and outro. It bookends the song. Let's see if I. This is an intro I play a lot when I'm checking out a guitar for its intonation.
Oh.
So, sorry.
Oh. Oh, that's good. It's one of those ones you don't want to mess up, by the way.
That's it.
How about
End of the Line by the Traveling Wilburys. Very, very similar, to you're a rock and roll star, right? Oh no, it's Baby. It's the other song by that band.
Verse right here. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3.
That's a really good double stop stuff.
And that stuff, that's in the song.
It sounds like two guitars tracked in harmony, but you made it sound like it was all one.
Oh, it might be, and I don't
know. It's that's a great theme song. WKRP in Cincinnati. Baby, if you ever wonder about me, wonder about whatever became of me.
That's right. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Living on the air in Cincinnati. WKRP.
I haven't heard that in years.
Oh, Lights by Journey.
Yeah.
That's where it establishes the 6/8 with the triplet rhythm. Yeah. A lot of Hendrix's kind of Curtis Mayfield pull off. I knew Mary Lee would come in with a Journey.
I think But that's not guitar.
Well, Wheeling in the Sky is another good guitar intro by Journey. Yeah.
It's been a while.
I'm impressed. I'm out of tune. I'm sorry.
Anyways, you get the idea.
We should wrap this. We've been here for like
Hey guys, this
hour
is
and a
fun.
half
I
or
mean,
something
we
like
could sit here and do intros for.
we could, but I've got a guitar to go pick up.
That's right,
and it's not this one.
And we only did this because we all know that when you go to Guitar Center and you're going to play guitar, you never play a full song. You only play intros and the most recognizable parts of the song. And we saved the best one for last because let's face it, this is the most iconic intro.
I had to sit back in the couch because I didn't fit in the shot because I'm a massive person. But I just at this angle, I bend everything sharp. So I'm sorry I've been out of tune for an hour and a half. It's the guitar's in tune. I can't.
Yeah, we don't blame Fender, we blame Eugene.
Now we sound like a 12 string.
Yeah. All right, you guys have a great week.
It's been a blast. Thank you, everybody. It's been a thin slice of heaven. We won't be here next week.
Won't be here next week.
Because I'm on the road.
I'll do something, give you some love.
I'll be in Nash Vegas with everybody. And but say hello to everybody. Wish me Want a Dead or Alive. Another great long intro.
Oh, yeah. We should have done that right out the gate.
Well, no, I told you there was going to be tons we missed. There's like a large variety. In honor of Want a Dead or Alive, everybody just hit us with a big D, big D note, big D chord, or a D on the
Make sure you
keyboard.
like the video, and we'll see you guys again. Give us a D for Want a Dead.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time, guys.
I don't have a slide.